What's up, good people? Welcome back to Four Titles, One Truth. It's your boy Tommie here.
And I'm Lance. And today we're talking about something fun, real, and eye opening.
Yeah.
Black men travel and the stories we never heard growing up.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Let's get into
All
it.
right. What did vacation mean to you growing up? And how was that definition? And how has that definition changed?
Well, growing up, vacation was get in the car, me and my sister in the back, while my mom and dad were in the front with a bunch of snacks.
Mm-hmm.
And we were either going to my great uncle's house in Chicago, or we were going to my grandfather's house in Danville, Kentucky,
Okay.
or we were going to Troy, Alabama to see my dad's side of the family, or we were going to New Jersey to see my uncles.
You had a whole bunch of places.
And
y'all
finally, we'd go to Cleveland to see my great aunt.
going. Okay. Shoot,
And it was
yeah.
always in the car. It was always hot in the back seat. But that was vacation.
Yeah.
Vacation back then, growing up for me, was always just going to see family.
She's going to see
somewhere.
family.
Yeah.
Yes, same way here. I mean, the long vacation was always going to Denver.
Mm.
That's where
Mom's
family was, and my father loved the mountains, so knew that was happening in the summertime. Now during the
Plus
course
it
of
was
the
his old
year,
stomping ground.
and during the course, a long weekend, we might go over to Indianapolis because my
Yeah.
father had a couple of brothers there, and then when my uncle lived up in Detroit, my uncle Ed lived in Detroit, so we might have gone up to
See him up
Detroit,
in Detroit.
or Chicago, because that's where the other
Yeah.
part of my grandfather's his sister and lived up there. So yeah, between Indiana, Michigan, Colorado,
that was pretty.
that
much
was the
Did you ever go back to Mississippi?
went down to Jackson.
Oh, so
yeah,
you did go
yeah,
back.
went down to
Okay.
Jackson. 'Cause that's where my grandparents
Okay.
were both from, and that my grandmother's sister lived down.
Okay.
And her kids lived down there. Aunt Ida and her folks lived down there. So
Okay. Got it. So how did that change?
as I got older, or
Now,
just
you know what I'm saying? What's
now
vacation to
now
you?
I'm going to Europe. I'm going to the islands. I'm on a plane because all our stuff was getting in a van, and we were in a van. I can't even remember what my father's other the car was that we were in a Regal or let's say or something. So,
Yeah.
but now it's it's more
First class.
That's right. Getting on a plane and
Yeah.
going
Going
outside the
somewhere,
country
yeah.
or going to, I guess, getting in the military helped to see different parts of the states where we would be like, oh, we should go back to such and see that, and living in different parts of the states was more the that piece as far as seeing more of the U.S.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's easy
now
for
it's
me.
different now.
Easy for me. Nikki.
Yeah,
Nikki is what changed vacation.
So y'all
Because
was
even
seeing
when I was in the
everywhere.
military, when I'd get leave,
Mm-hmm.
which is our vacation, it was always going back home. It was never, maybe I
me
should
go
go
to such-
visit LA or go visit. No, it was always, oh, time to take leave. Go right back to Ohio.
So you would never go.
Never went
Wow.
anywhere. Yeah. Nikki was the first person first person I was involved with that always talked about travel. Even early on when we didn't do it, she was always up to going back home with me,
Okay.
or running back home herself. But because she had been on a cruise way before us, it was her, Kaylin, her daughter, and then Pam and her two kids. They went on a Disney cruise. So Nikki's had that taste of what a cruise is, and her mother used to always. Her brother used to live in Florida, so they'd go to Florida a lot. So she knows the ocean, she knows their cruise ships and all that stuff, and it just was never a thing for me. It's not something I missed because I didn't know no better. But now that I know better, yeah, I'm like, man, why didn't I do that?
See, that's okay. So I say whenever I had kids, and it was like we going to such. I mean, we would go home, we would go visit home, but we were like we going to Disney, or we going to. I mean, we.
Did you go to Disney as a kid?
When I was in high school.
Oh.
And it was like a big family thing, and we were on a
cruise.
Were we? Was that the year that we were on a bus?
Oh.
Damn! Did I go to? No, I didn't. I guess I didn't go to Disney.
I ain't never been to Disney. The only Disney I know is from
I've been there
TV.
now. I've been there a couple of times. Not being as an adult.
Been there. I drove up to the gate, but it was raining, so Nikki and I didn't. We went to Universal. No, I went to Universal.
Been there too. That was fun.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you: do you remember your very first real vacation? Where was it? How did it shape your view of the world? No military stuff. We're talking about vacation. Because I've been all over the place.
Real vacation, man. Probably. I'm trying to think. Probably whenever I went to Korea.
Oh well, yeah.
I mean, as far as
that was still visiting family though. Like if she wasn't there, you wasn't going.
No.
Yeah. So what about the first time you went on vacation where you was like, oh, okay, this is vacation? I specifically remember mine because it wasn't that long ago.
Probably whenever we this was the first time we were taking the kids
to Disney.
No, we actually went to the Bahamas. We went to Atlantis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, crazy. Okay. Crazy. We went to Atlantis with took the kids.
Was it all inclusive?
No.
It wasn't.
No.
You said that properly.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
But do you remember it as a fond moment, or did it turn on something about? Ooh, we got to go vacation?
It was just because just seeing at that point a lot of. I mean, when taking the kids on vacation, it was a lot of just like seeing the happiness and joy and just like, oh, okay,
and stuff you never got to experience when you was little.
Yeah, so that was a lot of the stuff was like we going to such and such because I didn't get to go there whenever. Yeah. But going to Disney too. First time we went to Disney, that was a really good trip.
Did you have much fun as a kid?
I did. I had a good time. I could ride on all of the rides. It was like, come on, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Get in line. Let's go.
That's how it was. Nikki and I went on Disney cruise. She was like, yeah, professional. I want to evaluate. I'm running with Mickey.
That's right. Taking all the pictures.
Finally, yeah. So my first real vacation was what got Nikki into opening our business. Right? Okay. So I was stationed in Korea, and then Nikki came over a year later because I was there for 2 years, and she retired in Korea. South Korea, yeah. Okay. And once she was on retirement, once she was, what's it called? I can't remember.
Terminal leave.
Terminal leave. See, I'm already losing my jargon. So, but once she was on terminal leave, which is the vacation days that you have established that the Army will compensate you for by either paying for it or giving you the ability to get off of duty earlier. Working. Yeah. So once she retired, I told her just chill out and relax so she can figure out what she wants to do. And she got into fitness real heavy. And then I guess she was talking to some people and she got interested in going to either Vietnam or Thailand. And she asked me which one to go to, and I was like, Vietnam, because of military history and all that stuff. And I wanted to know how it changed versus the studying that we always did. So she went and planned all of that. I'm talking without a travel agent and all that stuff. And we ended up getting our visas and flying from South Korea, Seoul to Vietnam. We did Hoi An and I'll think of it in a minute. But It was the most amazing thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first part of it is it's the first time I visited a country without being in uniform, right? Attacking
Not
it.
having to be there to work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so went there and just no expectations from me. Just the freedom of just going somewhere and hanging out.
Right.
Never done that outside of driving on a weekend somewhere. Nikki, we
Mm-hmm.
did that all in Korea. And so just going there and experiencing it and just seeing it and just being free to just
It's
have
learning. I mean,
fun.
seeing something, learning
Yeah,
something.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
and I was just really caught up on how when you go to another country that you fought a war in, it's not Vietnam War in Vietnam. It's the
Right.
American War in
Right.
Vietnam. You know, and just hearing their perspective and their history of telling it, but just all of that, just it was the first time I'd ever just done something like that, and I just had a blast. And then on top of that, she had everything so lockstep. You know, we didn't wait for anything. We didn't. Everything was the way she said it was going to be, and that was that's what gave me an understanding of what a vacation was, and
Mm-hmm.
then made me like, okay, shoot,
I could
where
do
we
more of
going
this.
next?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's your all-time favorite trip, and what made it stand out above all others?
So
Y'all
it,
been on a lot,
that's what
so
I'm
that'd
saying. It's
be
hard.
hard.
It's
Yeah.
hard to say what your favorite is by because of the different
It's always
environments.
different
Yeah,
things.
the
It's
beach
always.
versus a cruise versus blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. But I will say the most meaningful trip was when we went to Ghana,
Okay.
and I'll just say it really felt like going back to something and reestablishing something that
Okay.
I knew in my heart
Was
and
there?
my soul was missing,
Mm-hmm.
and then learning about how the slave trade happened from that perspective. Because here's a unique thing in Africa, on the continent of Africa, they learn and are taught about everything that led up to the ships being loaded and sailing away.
And that's it.
They're not taught about how slavery affected those Africans that are now on a ship landing in Europe, landing in the Americas and so forth. So the only real knowledge that the only knowledge they gain is from TV and movies and stuff like that. And the reason that's so weird is because Americans only are taught about what happened after the
Yeah.
ship docked in America.
Landfall and then.
Yeah, so it took a while for me as a black man to learn real effect of slavery and how slavery touched so many continents and how there are spots where African descendants are there, whether it be because of shipwreck, whether it be because of rebellion, whether it be because uh, the owner of the slaves at the time died and
Well, I
nobody
just
wanted to
changed
buy
the
it. Yeah,
look of
yeah,
a
yeah,
country or whatever, because you think about all of the countries. I mean, over here in the Western Hemisphere, wasn't any black
yeah.
folks in the Western
True.
Hemisphere, and if it was one or
They were
two. I mean,
visiting.
yeah, anybody that was here. So you
Yeah,
look at like the Brazils and stuff like that, where it's like it's black.
yeah,
It's a whole
yeah,
bunch of black folks in Brazil. That's all, and they didn't come from
yeah,
Brazil. They came from or originated
yeah,
in
yeah. Stuff of
Africa.
that.
Hmm.
But so that was the one that just touched my soul the most.
Okay.
Finding out uh, how the slave trade began by the Portuguese and how the Dutch and the British ended up.
Did you have an idea about it before you got there?
I
Had you
didn't know
read
all the
anything?
players in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, I've I never really, even in school, I didn't take African
Well,
American
we're not
culture.
taught. I mean, I
African,
didn't learn a
yeah,
whole lot until I got into college.
yeah,
And that was a requirement. We have to
right,
take African American studies,
yeah,
history,
yeah,
So, yeah, I mean, because high school, they don't teach you any of that stuff growing up.
And I was just surprised, of course, before I got to Africa, over the years I'd learned, but just learning the significance of it and the occupation of it, and the occupation of Africa by the colonizers at that time. It's just it's a story that needs to be told from beginning to end accurately,
right?
Without people changing things to whether to make it worse or because you really can't make it worse, but to make it to make it better or favorable. Just tell what history
tell
states.
what happened.
And so that was just amazing. But the most spiritually connected I felt was when we went to Peru and seeing Machu Picchu.
Okay.
And the reason that I say spiritually is because it was just it's an amazing human feat, and your FEAT, and just trying to understand how they could have possibly built that joker, and then seeing how the ancestors, the descendants of the ancestors there are still linked in that culture, and that was pretty amazing.
Okay.
So there's, like you said, we've been to a lot of places. So I would say going to Ghana was first, and then close second was Peru.
Okay. So mine was probably we did an Alaska cruise.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, we did that with our both sets of parents.
Okay.
Kids. So I mean, it was
everything.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, just because it was anytime that our parents, and this was just anytime that we got stationed somewhere, our parents come out and visit. I mean, and they would always say, we would never come here if you all wouldn't have been here. So getting to do that trip with them, and and they're this was back in 14?
It was 60s.
15? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not sure they were the 60s, 70s. Yeah. So that just seeing them and just the joy and just enjoying and just being there with them and just that
witnessing
it.
Yeah.
I mean that was that's probably my favorite. One of my favorite as far as that. But again, I had
what's a close second?
A lot of favorite. I mean, I had a good time. I always have a good time anytime we do our group trips. I had a good time. Last year was one of my favorite trips when we did our did the river cruise.
Nikki was there. But go ahead.
And yes, it was. Yeah, because Nikki planned a great trip. I mean, it was organized. But just being there with friends. I think anytime you can experience
and bring memories.
Those have memories with friends, and then just not only enjoying it in the moment when you're there, but being able to talk about it with folks. Be like, remember when we did such and such? Remember we were there? So
or they send you a picture and you sleep on the bus. I don't understand.
Or just half an eye. Yeah, just the eye and the eyebrow. Yeah. But I mean it's a I mean those trips that we have with our the group trips are really fun. But that Alaska cruise is probably my favorite.
Yeah, I get that. So when we talk about Black men and travel, do you think there's still a stereotype that we don't travel as much as Black men? And if so, why does that stereotype exist in your mind?
We don't. I mean, and we talked about this when we talked about our male trips.
Yeah.
I think it's just like we don't travel alone.
No.
Hardly ever. Yeah. And I mean, and if we do travel alone, then we're usually going to a parent's house or something like that.
Yeah.
So I would say that I don't know if it's any stereotype, but we don't. I mean, we just don't.
A fact more than a stereotype.
Yeah. I mean, we don't. And when we do travel, it's with our with our family or with our spouse if you got if your kids are grown. But that's I think some of that is just self-imposed, just because it's like, well, I'm not going.
Well, I just tell you this: with us being in the travel business,
Mm-hmm.
I have a pretty good. Uh, I have enough information to where I can honestly say that the majority of black men wouldn't travel if it wasn't for their wife.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and if they did travel, it definitely wouldn't be to the different locations or
That they're
destinations that are
going.
out there, And I'm a perfect example of that because I'd never traveled, never even thought about
I
traveling
think you go where you
until
know, or go where what's
yeah,
comfortable.
yeah,
Yeah.
go where you know. I don't trying to figure nothing out, get to know nothing. Um, but so Nikki got into the travel business because she was good at it and always had like fantasies of traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Like she always wanted. I was the one that was like, no, I ain't going nowhere. So I was the one that was holding her back. But um, now that I travel, and now that we're in the travel business,
Right.
I my energy and focus is enjoying the travel, but also turning around and showing people the travel that we do. And I'm telling you, I get so excited when my friends tell me that, ooh, now we're going to, and or going to the play like when you went
Yeah.
to Colombia. Yeah, that stuff like that. That
Argentina.
I thought you went to Colombia, but
No,
Argentina.
yeah.
When you went to Argentina, when you went somewhere.
That was another life in Colombia.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You said we weren't ever supposed to talk about that. That's my bad. But just seeing when I see black men traveling, especially when I see them on the other side where
Yeah.
we're going at that destination, I always stop and speak and have a little conversation,
Yeah.
because I love the fact that because I think that people, not just specifically talking about race, people have a ceiling on their head.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the height of that ceiling varies based off of race, based off of where you were born, and all that stuff. And so the ceiling for vacation, the destinations I could go to, there is no ceiling for us no more.
Right.
And but I still have friends that are in the same financial bracket as us. Uh, they fight it. The men, you like try to tell them like, come on, man, you should come with. Well,
Right.
how much it costs, boy? If you don't quit worried about a price or something, or
Yeah.
why
I
you
mean,
why you going there? It's just
it's
I
like experience
yeah
something. I mean, that's the whole thing. Just
yeah
experience something new,
yeah.
and it's just like, especially if you
Open your mind
see
to it.
that stuff on line
Yeah
or on TV or something. It's like, I
yeah.
want to see it in person.
Yeah, heck yeah. Why can't I go there?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, what role did money, opportunity, even military life play in opening up or limiting your chances to travel?
so my travel is all due to the military. If I hadn't joined the military, there'd be so much in this life I'd never get to
Get seen.
experience. Yeah, man. They've Whether it was war or a duty assignment, I'd never go to Iraq. I'd never
Yeah.
go to
But
Afghanistan. I'd never go to Japan. I'd never go to South Korea. All them places,
mm-hmm,
to include the states. There's places that would never even come in my head to go
to
to.
go visit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so like I said, even though it was combat most of the time, just the fact that I've left the neighborhood and then I look back and so many of my
Well,
friends
I was
have
about to say,
never
you
left the
left
neighborhood.
the
Yeah.
city, you left the
Yep.
state,
Yeah.
and so I mean that's I felt that way whenever I left and went to school,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Ooh, this is out here.
yeah, living,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah. So that was huge. The army has been huge for me, opening up opportunities and stuff that I know that I would have stumbled into maybe, but the reality of it is I'd still be in the tri-state area probably if it wasn't for the military. Because there would, what was the pull, the draw?
mm-hmm,
Because especially back then, it's not like, well, for you perfectly, but for me and Nikki, I would have never met Nikki if it wasn't for the
right,
military. Because I would have never. first went to Georgia, and then
Right. Well,
secondly,
I wouldn't have met my wife.
that's
It
what I'm
wouldn't have been.
saying. So,
Yeah.
so first off, the military has done a lot. Secondly, um, the military does limit your vacation opportunities because when you do travel to those places, it's not like you get.
You got to fill. Well, you got to fill out
Yeah,
a book.
it takes a lot, and then if you are in a leadership position, it's hard to get away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just say it again: if it's not in your mindset, especially when we're talking about travel, you're not going to branch out until you've either had a chance to experience or somebody's convinced you to
Yep.
experience. So, military, me joining the military allowed me to meet Nikki, which has opened my world to travel, and
Right.
I'm happy for it and amazed by it.
No, that's good.
What about you?
I mean, as far as like being able to see different places and stuff, military has been great for that.
Yeah.
Again, we didn't go to the places that we're doing now just because we had kids, and it was like we're not taking kids over to
And
do
money has
that.
something to do
Yeah,
to
and
it.
money too. Yeah, and money.
I
Yeah,
forgot to talk about
time
that
and
one.
money. Yeah, time and money. So
Yeah.
I mean, now it's just like, yep, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's go see that. I mean, just I had the time,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
blessed to be able
Eventually
to
got the money.
afford
Yeah.
to go to some of these places and stuff, and I mean, and it's fun going someplace sometimes, and it's like trying to see if it's any
Like,
other
ooh.
black folk. Yeah, see some. Well, just trying to see if there's anybody else that looks like you.
Yeah.
There also, because when I went to
Colombia.
yeah, when I went to Colombia, when I went to Argentina, uh, and I thank Audra for, because I wouldn't have, if Audra wouldn't have said go ahead and go, because I wasn't gonna go because I was like, she didn't want to go.
Yeah.
She was like, go ahead, that's what you want to do, go do it. So I was like, okay, and I'm so happy that
You did it.
yeah, she broke me from feeling
Yeah.
bad about going going to do
Because
that.
of that
Yeah,
responsibility we feel.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, but going down there and just being
That women don't feel, by the way.
no, they don't. Them jokers
Girl trips.
be out,
Listen to that episode.
be out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to the next trip
Travel
after the
more.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because it's just like I want to see
Yeah.
as much as I
Experience it.
can
Yeah.
while I can.
Yeah.
Just because it's a big world.
Yeah.
It's a
100%.
big world, and there's some cool stuff out there.
And I'll reiterate, if it's not something you like, my parents' idea of vacation is what we did. That was
Yeah.
it. It's not like they held back on us, you know what I'm saying? But that was their idea of vacation.
And what they could afford. I
Yeah.
mean, what they could afford,
Yeah.
what was realistic, and it was.
And so that was not instilled in me nor my sister. But because of the military, the decision to join the military, that changed everything. And so, unfortunately, it didn't change things enough early so that I could have that mindset when I met Nikki, when I had my firstborn, and with Kaylin around, because it wasn't something that I was always the y'all go ahead, mumble. But yeah, it definitely it's something that I'm proud to see. Like Kaylin is fearless when it comes to travel, and that's something that just warms my heart, seeing that. So
But I say the same thing. Mackenzie, she quick to
yeah,
go on a trip and go out the country. Say the trip going out the country on a trip. So
and that's another thing that I wonder, is that a cultural difference, meaning, and I should ask somebody, but like as a black man, my whole drive when it comes to family and children is to try to make it better than what I came from,
yeah,
and
I think
experience.
that you're what we're looking at. We're providing.
Yeah,
We're providing. We're making sure you get to school. You're going to the whatever to help and make that piece better. But as far as the travel piece goes, it's like we can only do what we could afford.
Yeah.
So trying to do, and then depending on who you are, what you're doing and stuff, it was like I never got to go. And that's probably a lot of stuff. It's like I never got there. I want to go there. So yeah, we all going to Disney World, or we're all gonna go do this just because that was something that we never got to do.
And I never got to do.
That you see a bunch of folks,
we're gonna let you do it.
Going, so let's go do that. So, but yeah.
So how do you see travel fitting into Black culture today, especially for Black men, because that's what we are, compared to what you saw growing up?
I think we're traveling a lot more.
Oh my gosh.
I think that Black women travel a lot more than Black men.
Absolutely. I still think the majority of Black men only travel when they're with their partner.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a bigger thing now than when I was just a young adult.
Yes.
As far as being an older adult.
Yeah.
So, and compared to growing up, is night and day. As far as, because you go see your family and it's not like I'm going on vacation, like, oh, I got to go up and
sleeping on the floor or tour the bed, or the boy always gets thrown in a closet or something.
You on the couch. It's a totally different totally different setup now. Growing up. So I think it's a bigger thing now. Yeah. People are feeling more comfortable to go outside the country and do other things other than just going to visit your family down in Mississippi, Illinois, wherever they are.
Just down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the same. Like I said, my mission is to get more Black people to travel. And it's simply because I'm tired of being the only Black person on a ship, or the only Black person in a resort, or something like that. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I possibly can to, like I said, that's why we got the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Just trying to let people know that, hey, this is open for everybody. Yeah, because I'm like a river cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Man, a river cruise was never in my vocabulary. And then
the only thing I would know about a river is see the commercials on TV.
And I always thought river cruise was the gambling boats with the big thing because of the westerns. That's all I had to reference, And so
going down to Mississippi.
Oh my God! But but me and Nikki having the opportunity to experience that, that gave us the opportunity to talk to you about it, you and Audra, and then y'all went and y'all saw what we saw when it came to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's that what happened right there is what drives me.
It's creating that word of mouth and people going, because I can't remember how many people we've told, shoot, white, Black, just like, y'all need to do it. It's fun. It's a good time.
You don't understand.
Yep.
So that's where I see it. So, but Black men, I got the TikToks and the Instagram. So you see more Black men out there. You see more Black families out there. I agree with you that I'd still say that women travel way more than single women, or women, period. I ain't going to do the single. Travel way more than the Black men do. But I do see Black men getting it
out more.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of, like, I know Black men, multiple Black men that won't get on a plane. I know multiple Black men that won't get on a ship. They won't get on a plane because they don't believe that it's safe. They won't get on a ship because it's related to the African slave trade, the Atlantic slave trade. People that I know people that have the means financially that won't step up to another level because they feel that they can. And this ain't just Black people I'm talking about now. They feel like, well, we could have fun at $200 instead of spending $3,000. And you sit there and try to say,
that with my wife.
Oh, but me either. But but the Black men do. Yeah. They do. try to crunch them numbers and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I it's definitely different than when I grew up because the neighborhood I grew up in, the only way they were traveling if they ever left the state, because like my mom has 2 generations in Ohio, in Middletown, Ohio. So she never really had to go nowhere,
Anywhere.
you know, because my grandfather was from Kentucky on my mom's side. And then my step grandfather was from Florida, but mom was full grown by the time he got married, or they got married. And then my grandfather lived in Ohio. You know, he moved to
Everybody was
Ohio. Yeah. So there was not that draw to go places like that. But now, because of social media and commercials now, when they're advertising, because this is something that I'm very vocal about every time I meet a travel partner, big business, is it's one thing to have a cruise ship, right? It's another thing when you're advertising for that cruise ship only has one face in there, you know, and I'm always talking about, you know, if you could put black faces, and I'm not talking about light skinned black people, I'm talking about put the different color variations in your daggone advertisement so that people can see themselves on it, and then in their maybe unconscious mind or conscious,
Just make it. I mean, again, you
make
want to
it
feel
as
whatever
a
you do. You want
possibility.
to feel comfortable
Yeah.
doing it, and if you
Mm.
don't see anybody
Yeah.
else, it's like, am I supposed to be here? What's going on? Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
As
you
my
want to feel
type, yeah.
comfortable and safe. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Is this going to be a problem if I
yeah.
go this? Yeah. So that's why I say, what about you?
I, I mean, same.
Easy.
Yeah, same.
So
Same.
where's a bucket list item? If
That
you had to pick two, I'll give you 2 spots because one is hard. But if you had to pick 2 spots on this planet outside of uh, Colorado, outside of St. Louis, Illinois, and outside of Texas,
I mean, I want to go to Africa. I
Africa.
want to,
Okay.
because I mean, even in the military, I never
You
went. I
never
mean, never.
been?
Yeah,
Oh,
never
you
had to go
never
there for
been
any
on the
mission.
continent?
Haven't been on the continent,
Yeah,
so
it's
somewhere in Africa.
I get it.
Uh, and then I want to. I mean, and I want to go to the Southeast Asia
Mm,
area because I haven't
mm.
been to Vietnam or
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Thailand or. I mean, I just want to go and see it.
Yeah,
I want to go to Australia too.
yeah,
I want to go to New Zealand. I
yeah,
mean, I want to do a lot of those things that
yeah. That
you
you
know.
never even thought
I
about
want,
doing
yeah, I
until
want to do
now.
the
Yeah,
Maldives. I mean, I want to do a
yeah,
lot of those places
yeah.
that.
But your number one would be the continent.
Yeah, I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to the continent.
So I think because we travel so much, I think the one thing that's missing is Alaska or Antarctica.
Oh, that's
You
good.
know, one of those cold environments. And so we definitely want to do that, especially while the temperatures are getting warmer and getting less and less of that. But Alaska or Antarctica would be my number one.
Okay.
Yeah. Number two, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a super standout number two, but I want to go to London, you know, because
Yeah, I
I
mean, I
know
want to go
so
there too.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know so much because of the TV shows and
Mm-hmm.
because of the history that's connected to Africans as well as to the Americas. I just want to go see. Y'all did all this. How y'all living
That's.
over here?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I want to see. I want to see England to Great Britain,
Yeah,
England too,
yeah,
because I got
yeah,
DNA out of that
yeah,
joint too.
yeah.
So
Ooh, that's a. I wonder if people. I'm sure people do, right? But your DNA is your bucket list. That'd
go
be,
hit.
yeah. That's interesting.
No, I need to look at my DNA and
Yeah,
cross it. Oh, I've
yeah,
been there. I've been
yeah.
here.
So
Yeah, man. What I love about this episode is that travel. It shows how much we've grown.
yeah,
It's not just about vacations. It's about exposure, culture,
yeah,
and creating memories that last forever.
yeah. And for us as black men, it's powerful to break. I hate saying stereotype, but the norms, right? To show our kids that's the most important thing. And then right behind that is our community, that traveling is part of our
Yeah,
lifestyle,
it's okay. It's
not
okay to get
just a
out.
dream. Yeah. And
Yeah.
also, you realize that humans are more alike than you thought when you
Yep.
travel the world. Yep.
Yep. Thank you. So thank you for joining us on this episode of Four Titles, One Truth.
Yep. And now we want to hear from you. What's the one trip that changed your life and why?
And check in with us on all our social platforms at Four Titles, One Truth.
And watch us on YouTube at the same. Four Titles, One Truth.
And join us next time so that we can keep the conversation going, y'all.
All right. Holla.